Hey guys, welcome back to the World 2.0 podcast. I'm your host Sogat Pradhan.
And I'm your host, Ashish Sakal. And in today's episode, we're going to be talking about how to define your vision with the strategy. But before we do that, I just want to say that please do not forget to follow us on all the social media platform that we have, and it'll be underneath this video as well, or on this beneath this episode. Um, and so yeah, please do not forget to follow us. But before I do that, I just want to talk about how we haven't been uploading for like
Yeah,
2 or 3 weeks now. The reason is because that we've been so busy. I was out of town and Sogat was doing his stuff as well. And so we want to apologize for that. But in the coming endeavors or in the coming days, we're going to be posting a lot more videos and a lot more content, like valuable content, where we're going to bring entrepreneurs. We have made very big impact in the industry of they've chosen, right? And so
yeah,
it's just you just guys have to see which kind of entrepreneurs or whoever we bring on the podcast here soon. So with
yeah.
that being said, let's start the podcast.
Let's get
Do you
it.
have anything to say, Sagat?
Yeah, like I said, you already said that we haven't been uploading for a little bit now, and I also want to apologize
100%.
from my side too. But yeah, from now on, we're gonna plan on bringing some really, really good guests to this podcast to share their knowledge and share their experience about business, about their lifestyle, and just to teach you guys and just to help you guys move forward with your life. So with that all said, let's go and get started with today's episode, Asis.
So yeah, we're talking about vision, right? So um how to define your vision as an entrepreneur, right? And the strategies you can use, obviously. Um the strategy, I mean, now I think about it, Sagat, the one strategy that I would say is discipline as well, which incorporates the vision, right?
Yeah,
So let's talk about it, right? So what is a vision? Well, a vision is something that you visualize in your head
yeah.
and you dream of, and you say, you know what? I'll get there one day, right? So for
Hmm.
example, my vision is to own a multi-million dollar company. What is your vision? Your vision is the same thing as well, right?
Yeah,
So before before we do that, what we have to do is we have to set strategies on how to get there, right?
yeah.
What's another vision that we have, so God, is to help people, right?
Help people.
That's
Yeah.
a big vision right there, right?
Right, right.
So what we have to do first, we set the businesses up, we become extremely wealthy, and we set the vision, right?
Yeah,
Because
absolutely. Yeah. So, like
that's
I said,
that's what I feel like that's gonna help, right?
yeah,
Keep
like you
going.
said, yep, like you said, having a vision at the beginning and then finding a strategy to get there
Hundred
is the
percent.
way to go, right? Is the way to go. That's
Hundred
how you
percent.
achieve that vision. And our biggest vision is creating that multi-million dollar business, multi-business, and just using that business to help other people that needs help, no matter where they are at.
Mm-hmm.
As a refugee ourselves, we came from a very not very good lifestyle back in Nepal, and we have
Mm-hmm.
the opportunity to create that wealth and have that vision now, and we can use that wealth and we can use that vision to give back to the people that needs it. And
Hundred
it's
percent.
very crucial to have that strategy to get to the vision. So,
Hundred
like as
percent.
you said, have that vision set at the beginning, and then find strategies to get there. All right, Assis?
100%. 100%. Yeah. So, you know, being an entrepreneur isn't easy always. There's a lot of ups and downs, and obviously this podcast being about entrepreneurship and the journey of an entrepreneur. And as you have seen with our previous episodes, we do bring in guests where they talk about their success with us and some nits and grits that they share, and then they explain how they got to where they are today, right? And so
Yeah,
at first, like I talked about in the beginning of this episode, that having a vision is something that's extremely, it's powerful in a way, but it can get ruined because as an entrepreneur, you're not just focusing on one thing, you're focusing on multiple aspect of life and business. And so I think the best thing for us as entrepreneurs is to never quit on what your vision really is before you pursue another thing, right? So
yeah,
if your vision is to build a multi-million dollar company, what should you do? You got to work your ass off and you got to be disciplined, right? I feel like that is a strategy that you can use to get there, right? To your vision of living that lifestyle, serving the people that you want, having choices of your own and not have to worry about, money. Once you get to that level, I think you're at your vision, right? And then after that, you're gonna have another vision to define, right?
Yeah.
Let's say you get to 100 million, your next goal might be 500 million, that's another vision, another strategy that you have to set for yourself and be disciplined.
Right.
you know Life isn't easy, and so as an entrepreneur, you can get caught up so fast and go on a different route. And I'm a victim, and so I think you shouldn't do that, because it can, like, it can pull you down and disrupt you from getting to your ultimate vision for yourself, where you will be happy and have the ability to make choices, right? So God, why don't you talk about, whatever you think about an entrepreneur, um and the vision that we need to have, and the
Yeah.
strategy as well.
Right, absolutely, man. Having a vision, having a dream where you want to achieve should be a long term, and it shouldn't be something that you can achieve within a week or even a month. And that vision is created uh, through yourself, right? You have to create a vision and then go after that. Use that strategies to get to the vision. And I feel like
100%.
some, like most entrepreneurs, have the vision, have the goal that they want to reach to, but just don't have the
Mhm.
strategy, or just don't know what path to take, because there's so many paths, or in their life. Like some they encounter so many things in their life, and they get distracted, or they don't know if they should go this way or this way, right? They get distracted, so they don't have a clear strategy on how to get to their goals. So for example, if you are hunting for a treasure, you have a treasure map, right? There's a big X
100%.
on the map, and that's the vision, that's the goal. You want to reach that at the end, but there's so many paths you can take. There's so many ways to get there, and if you don't know which way to take, if you take the wrong way, then you'll never end up there, and you actually have to restart again. You have to probably take a different path again. So it's
Mhm.
very crucial to have a strategy when reaching your goals, and a vision.
Mhm.
And it's very important that you make that a daily part of your life, right? You stay focused, you stay disciplined to that strategy, and you follow that strategy to get to your vision, because at the end of the at the end of the day, you have to reach that vision and use that to create another vision, create another
Mhm.
goal that you want to reach to. So I think it's very important to have a really set good strategy to get there, right? And
100%.
yeah, because if you don't have a strategy, if you don't have a game plan, then you will definitely fail. You will never actually get to that end goal that you want to reach to, and
100%.
it'll just be a dream. It'll just be in your head, and it's not gonna be a reality if you don't have a clear game plan. If you don't have a clear strategy of getting there, right?
100%. Yeah, yeah.
And
Like, again, like, I want to tell you guys about its story. So I was in Washington D.C., and I'm not bragging at it by any means.
yeah,
So I was sitting down by a billionaire, right? So God, his name is Dennis Washington,
yeah,
right?
and he sent me a picture of that.
Yeah, yeah. So I was talking to him, and we had lunch. He's worth probably like 7-8 billion. Like, it's nothing. But so when he was building his mine company, right, in Montana,
Hmm.
his vision was taking that company to the next level, right? And what are the strategies that he used to scale his business, right? Obviously, he built a system, first of all, and his end vision was that I'm going to be extremely wealthy and then serve people at the end of the day, like us. And so, as I got to know him better, as I got to talk to him, more, one of the things that he said is that the problem isn't the money,
Yeah,
but in today's society, we as Gen Z, we as entrepreneurs, we focus on the money instead of focusing on your vision at the end of the day. Like, we are so eager to get, like, objects, material things so quickly, and we often realize that manifestation is not, not good for us, but it's the opposite, right? Manifestation and having that vision, and having those strategies to get there is the key aspect of being wealthy in the future endeavors,
yeah,
because
right.
that is something that's going to help you out in the long run. And so his vision was being extremely wealthy, but he was also disciplined as an entrepreneur, right? um he worked his ass off, right? He worked his
Yeah,
ass off to build the coal mining company, and guess what happened? He did it. He scaled the business, he built a system, and he sold it for $400 million, right?
yeah, right.
That's not 7 billion to what he has right now, but guess what he did? He had another vision, another strategy to get to 7 billion, right? And so, and one of the things that he said was, we as human, like, have a vision, but sometimes we don't get to that and God gives us obstacles and challenges,
Mhm.
and you have to dissuade that and go into another route, right? To get to the end vision, but it'll be similar to what you said, right?
Yeah.
So one of the things that he told me was that he always wanted a yacht. He sold his company for 400 million. No problem. He can get a yacht, right? But guess what he did? He had another vision. He said, you know what? I'm gonna reach to a billion or 7 billion, and then I'll get a yacht. Guess what he
Right.
did? He actually made a company that sells yacht now, right? So
Yeah.
that's another vision that he had. He said, you know what? I want a yacht, and it's one of the largest company in the world. He sells yacht to people like Jeff Bezos, like rich people, and
Yeah.
so that's the vision. So God like gives you this if he well he gives you this opportunity to win in life, but he also gives you the strength and the wisdom to move forward. And when he does, you move forward, you don't come back. And so in order to do that, you need a system in place and you need a vision in place.
Yeah.
And so what I want to tell our viewers is that life isn't easy. You
Right.
know, with Mr. Dennis Washington, life wasn't easy for him. He sold a company for 400 million. If I was him, I would have been like, "Oh, I'm chilling. I got 400 million dollars." But that's me, right? But for him, it was something else. So what did I learn from this event? Well, I learned to be, consistent with my work and to never be afraid to dream big and have the vision, but also have the strategy. Um, I got to meet one of the biggest neurosurgeons too in the country, Ben Carson, right? And so learning from all these entrepreneurs and hospital business owners,
Yeah.
their vision was less than what it could be, right? What it is now. But before it was nothing to them because they were just so focused and grinding on their stuff. So I want to tell our viewers that don't be afraid to set big dreams and have big vision. But before you do that, if you're an entrepreneur, definitely decide how you're gonna get there, because you can have a vision and you can have goals and have disciplines to get to your vision and the goals that you set for yourself, but it's not gonna work if you're not gonna work.
Yeah. And man, I'm very jealous that you had an opportunity to meet all those people.
Yeah.
I hope I get to
Yeah.
meet them too one day. But yeah, those people
You will,
actually had
man.
a
You
really,
will.
really good vision, like really big vision, and actually worked hard to get there. They had a strategy, they
100%.
had a game plan to get there, and they actually made it. And once they made it, they had another game plan, they had another
Mm.
strategy to get to another goal.
Yeah.
So it's really amazing how you can actually create a lot of things with having a big goals. You can actually achieve that,
Mm-hmm.
and without a clear strategy, without a big game plan, then it's never going to be achievable. So
100%.
also, I really liked the part where you talked about how people are only focusing on money, like
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
millennial and newer
Mm-hmm.
entrepreneurs are only focusing on money instead of the vision, instead of the strategy, the game plan, and
Mm-hmm.
that's definitely going to pull you down for in the long term, right? Because if you only
100%.
focus on the money, you'll never actually reach to your goal, right?
But one thing that I will tell you is that you can have a vision of how much money you want
Yeah.
to make, as you saw mine of how much I want to make, and as I know how much you want to make, right? That's a
Yeah.
vision, right?
Right.
But that
It
we're
is.
not desperate to say, oh, like I need to make this money today, though. You know what I mean? So it's like you can have a vision of how much money you want to make,
Yeah.
but don't be too desperate to a point where you're like, money is all I want and I don't want to help or do the work to make the money. Because if you just focus on money, then and you don't do the work, then you're
Mhm.
not going to get to that, right?
Yeah. You gotta I feel like the way that I see money is it's a tool for motivation, it's a tool for
Mm,
actually getting to my vision, but I don't really focus on money, but I use that as a
100%.
tool. So I have a set goal, like how much money I want to make, right? But I don't stop
100%.
if I make. So let's say that if I want to make 50,000 this year, right? If I want to make 50,000 this year, and I reach that goal, I'm not gonna stop right there. I'm gonna keep going. Right? I'm
100%.
gonna I'm gonna have
Exactly.
another goal. I'm gonna say, yeah,
Exactly.
I made 50,000 this year. Next year I'm gonna make 200,000. So I'm gonna get to
Exactly.
that goal again. But I'm gonna use that money as a tool to motivate myself to get to my vision, get to my goal,
100%.
and that should be a strategy that you should use to get to your goal. So don't
100%.
actually just focus on money. Don't actually just focus on getting to that goal of making that much money, but use that money as a motivation, use that as a tool to get to that goal, get to the vision. And once you get to that goal, then you can have another strategy. Then you can have another another amount of money to motivate you to get to another goal, to reach
100%.
a lot of goals in the life, right? So I
100%.
don't know how I think you see the money the same way, right, Assis?
No, I do. I do. And
Yeah.
as I look right now on my wallpaper, my vision board, you know, yeah, I have some crazy numbers
Yeah.
that my parents thought, well, like, how are you gonna do this? Like, I don't know if you're gonna do, like, they said that to me, and I'm like, well, if I don't, then I'm trying to reach for the stars, and if I don't hit it, then I'll hit something, right?
Yeah,
If
absolutely.
I don't hit 100 million, I'll hit 50 million, right? Yeah,
Yeah.
it's fine. I'll live a comfortable life, right? So it's good. Like that motivates me every single day. You know, I go there and I look as I'm looking right now. That motivates me every single day and says, you know what, you need to bust your ass off for this because
Yep.
life
Right.
is not going to be easy, and getting to that number is not going to be easy as well, right?
Yeah, it's
So
definitely not gonna be easy. No.
definitely. So that's my vision right there, right? Well, in order for me to get there, I need to define the strategies, which I have, right? Real estate
Mhm.
is one, right? So money makes money, right?
Yeah.
But one thing that I want to say is that if you're an entrepreneur, like, yes, like one thing that I said was entrepreneurs bleed every single day, and this is so true, and this came in use. You know why entrepreneurs bleed every single day? Because they don't have an actual income set of income until your business is set, right?
Yeah.
You don't know how much your business is going to be evaluated as, but one thing that you're going to know for a fact is that if you work your ass off and if you get to that vision with your with your business, you can definitely make your business a multi-million-dollar business,
Yeah.
and
You can
that can
absolutely.
go be hitting the target really well, right?
Yeah. And another thing is like when you only focus on money, when you only focus on making that money, you tend to actually work for that money and not
100%.
actually, get to your goal, and you get distracted. So if you are trying to reach like 100,000 and you actually reach that 100,000, but your only vision was your only goal was to make that 100,000 and
Yeah.
nothing else, then you'll actually stop there and get back to where you're at the start,
100%.
right?
Yeah.
So the money will actually
100%.
use you, and I think
Uh-huh.
definitely having that motivation, definitely having that discipline, and focusing actually on the vision, focusing on the progress to get there is very important. And now, why don't we talk about some of the strategies that we can use that to get to our goals and vision, Assis? Why don't you talk about that now, so that our audience has a clear idea of what kind of strategies they can take, what kind of path they can take to
Yeah.
get to their goals and you know their visions, right?
100%. Yeah. So I kind of got excited for this topic about the strategy part
Yeah.
because I feel like every entrepreneur should have a strategy, right?
Uh,
Whatever they do in life, or every relationship has strategies, right? You go through ups and downs. You have all this, risk involved as well. Because if you don't get along, break up, right? That's a risk, right?
it is, yeah.
Driving a car is a risk, right? Isn't there a strategy involved? Look left, look right, look to the back. If not, someone's gonna hit your ass, right? That's how life is. So God,
It is, yeah.
right? Mark Cuban says there's always someone who's willing to kick your ass. You
Right.
know why they're doing that? Because they have a strategy and a vision, right? And it's deep. It's really deep. And some people listening to this might think, oh, this is just bullshit, but it's not. Life is really like this. Life
Mhm.
is really like, you know, it's a ball, and if you throw it, it'll go really far. If not, if you throw it like down the road, it'll go down the road. That's how life is, right? Whether
Yeah.
it's in relationship, whether you're an entrepreneur, right?
Yep.
Whether you're a dad, whether you're a mother, life is like that, and it'll
Like
treat
this.
you like that.
Yep.
But the farther the ball you throw and the farther the strategy you have, the bigger the goal you're gonna have, the bigger the vision you're gonna have,
Yeah.
right? The bigger
Absolutely.
the milestone you're gonna hit, right? Or you're gonna accomplish, right?
Yeah.
So
Right.
let's talk about strategies, right? On how to get there and how to throw the ball from Pacific Ocean or from California to
Yeah.
to Asia, to another continent, right?
Yeah.
And so what I want to tell people, Sagat, is that as an entrepreneur, you gotta have strategies, as I said, and I'm just repeating myself right now. But one thing that I want to say is that I think this is a big factor in anything.
Hmm.
One of the strategies is discipline, right? Because we even
Discipline.
talked about this on previous episode about how to become disciplined, right? Or
Yeah.
being disciplined with anything, right? And this comes, with relationship, with entrepreneurship, with being a father, with being a mother. Discipline, right? If you don't have the discipline to, you know, work your ass off every single day, and then focus on your to-do list as an entrepreneur to build your business to the next level. As I said, Dennis Washington built his business to 400 million, and he went off and built a bigger a corporation business. He was disciplined. That's one of the strategies, and we often forget about that. Nobody remembers that. And I'm talking to you guys as a as your host, as an entrepreneur myself, and there are some days that I'm not disciplined. There are
Right.
some days that I'm lazy, and I feel like you have those days as well. So
Yeah,
God,
of course, man. I'm
anyone
not.
does.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, yeah,
I do have
yeah.
those days still.
You
Yeah.
know, and so you gotta have discipline. And so, do you wanna carry on and talk about discipline of your topic and what you think to become successful and throw the ball from one place to another place?
Yeah, of course, man. Staying disciplined, like you said, is very important. And we all have those days where we're not disciplined, where we don't go after our dreams. And it's okay to have those dreams, but you got to keep pushing forward. You got to keep grinding. You got to keep up with your progress to get to
100%.
your vision. Because at the end of the day, no one else is going to tell you to do those things, right? No one's going to tell you,
No
hey, get up,
one.
yeah, get up and
No one.
do your shit, right? You have to tell yourself that you have to have the discipline by yourself. No one else is going to do that for you.
100%.
Because to reach your goal, it's all you, it's all on you, and you can't rely on anyone else to help you get to your goal, right? So staying
100%.
disciplined is very important, and it's a big factor when it comes to uh, strategy to get to your vision, strategy to get to your goals. And if you're not disciplined to yourself, then you're definitely going to fail, right?
100%.
You're definitely
100%.
going to fail. And
100%.
yeah, another way to use that discipline is having a set of routine that you do every single day,
Mm.
like a ritual that you do every single day. That's going to help you out a lot, because if you don't have a routine, if you don't have if you don't have a structured day, you'll definitely
100%.
get lost. You'll definitely
Mhm.
not achieve a lot of things during the day, and then you will say, hey, I'm going to do this tomorrow. But if you don't have that routine, then you're not going to do anything tomorrow. You're not going to do anything next week, right? So
No,
having that
100%.
routine written down, having that ritual written down, or even mentally written down, is very important. Because if you don't have that, then your day will be messy. You'll get lost. You won't be able to achieve anything, and
Mhm.
then your vision will actually just disappear from you, right? So
100%.
yeah, that's one of the strategy that you can actually use, is writing down what you want to do every single day, writing down all the goals that you want to achieve. So like Asis and me, we actually write down what we want to achieve tomorrow,
Mhm.
what we
100%.
want to achieve the next day. We write
100%.
them down, and then we look at it and then get those things done, right? Because if we
Mhm.
don't
Mhm.
have those things, then yeah, we're gonna. So if you don't write them down, or if you don't think about it, then you're gonna forget about that, and
Hundred percent.
you're never gonna get them done, right?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah,
So yeah, like Sogat said, writing down your to-do list tasks, right? So
yeah,
I have a piece of paper right there, Sogat, and every single morning, what I do is I look at it, right, and I go, okay, this I got homework because I'm a student, and Sogat is a student as well. And so, but that doesn't mean that you can't focus on your goals. That doesn't mean that you can't write down, a to-do list and go, okay, today I'm gonna accomplish this within. Next month I'm gonna accomplish this. Within next month I'm gonna accomplish this, right? And so every single day, if you do that, like, so I like what Sogat said, because that's really key aspect of being disciplined. Because if you don't have a vision for yourself, with one of those strategies
yeah,
and becoming disciplined with it, then that's when your day is gonna kind of be
yeah.
claustrophobic, and it's gonna be
It's
destroyed,
gonna,
right?
yeah. Your day's gonna just be over,
100%.
and you're not gonna
100%.
get anything done, right?
100%. So yeah, so I'm gonna be honest. Saturday, Sundays, I take it chill. I really do, so good. So Saturday, Sundays, I go light. Um, I went to the garden today with my parents. I mean, I don't normally do that. I did when I had time. I did in the previous times, but when I don't have times, I said, you know what, I can't go. Even my dad wants me to go so bad, I can't go because I have my shit to take care of, right?
Yeah,
And
yeah,
so, there's some age that you get to hang out around with your parents and you get to have fun, but now it's not the age. Now it's time to work hard, right? And what do
yeah,
I do now? Well, every single day, So I wake up, boom, I started real estate, right? Boom, I do that, done. Guess what? That's gonna help me reach my goals, and it's gonna help me make money as well, because that's gonna be one of my sources of income that I'm creating for myself, right? So God,
Yeah. Right.
so so
Absolutely.
people often forget about those small things in life, right? That's
Mhm.
just one thing that I said. There's multiple things that I have. I wish I can go run and get it, but I don't want to kind of be,
Mhm.
I don't want to destroy the footage. But
Right.
you got to do stuff like that. There's some people I know. There's some friends I know. Other friends that I know from high school that are working their ass off too. One and guess what? They have reached their goals, right? And when I
Yeah.
look at that, one guy that I told you he's worth million probably, and he's only 18. You know,
Yep.
it's
Yep.
crazy. How did he do it?
It is
Discipline,
crazy.
right? And so the question that I ask myself is that how can I get there, right? And same with Sogat too. So one of the things that I want to say is that being disciplined is very key. So be disciplined, and with being disciplined, have the vision in place, because that's going to take you far in life. And today's topic is about, defining your true vision, and how to get there, right? With strategies. And one of the strategies is being disciplined, right? And so,
Yeah.
do you have anything to talk about? Because if not, I want to move on to the next
Yeah.
topic.
And being disciplined actually is a very key factor here, because also in that discipline category, I have another thing where when you want to get to your goal, do the things that you say you will do, right? So if you
100%.
yeah, so let's say that if you tell yourself, hey, I want to do this tomorrow, I want to do this next week, do that
100%.
thing, do it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because if you don't do it, you're gonna keep pushing it to the next day, and you're never gonna accomplish that. So that's very key when it comes to being a
100%.
discipline. So that's all I gotta add. If you want to move on to the next strategy, then
Yeah. So the first thing was being disciplined,
uh-huh.
and the second thing I want to talk about is habit, right?
Habit, yeah.
These are all things that we talked about, so God, and this is what Tony Robbins will tell you too. Seriously, I joined his webinar, right?
Yeah.
This is all he talks about is discipline, habit, your brain, your mindset, right? And the third
Yep.
thing is mindset. There's a lot of things that we can talk about, but I want to talk about discipline, habit, and mindset,
Yeah.
right?
Yep.
So habit, right? Setting a good habit is a key factor when it comes to reaching to your goals and the vision that you have for yourself, right? Every single day, what do? We wake up, we go, we shower, we brush our teeth, right? That's a habit. We don't even think about it. We just go and do it. It's
Yeah.
like a robot doing that every single day. I hope you guys brush your teeth. I do, right? So every single day, like we wake up, we go and do that, right? And
Yeah.
so you gotta set good habits in life, right? And so if you don't, because life is gonna come at you like crazy, and it's gonna constantly tell you like, hey, get your shit together, like, hey, get your ass to work and set these habits. You can be disciplined but not have good habits and still be bad at what
Yep.
you do.
Yep.
And
And
so
yep. And you gotta make that habit part of your day, uh, every single day, right? You can't just do it for just a
100%.
few days and stop doing it. You have to make that habit come
100%.
naturally. Come naturally, right?
100%.
Yep. You can't just do it for a few days and then stop. That's not gonna be good for yourself. That's not gonna be good for your health. That's not gonna be good for your vision, right? So
100%.
yeah,
Yeah.
creating a good habit is also very important when it comes
100%.
to strategies of getting to your vision and goals. So for myself, for example, I wake up at 6 every day, every single day. I brush my teeth. I go to the gym every morning, and then once I get the gym, I eat breakfast, and then I start getting to my work, and I do that every single day. It's been part of my life since I started doing that, and it
I
actually helps me out a lot.
Yeah, I need to go to the gym in the morning, because I don't do that. I go in the like during the day where I have time in between. I need to go to the gym in the morning too, like, as you said, because that's when you know your mind is fresh. You're
Yep.
working out,
It
come back
actually
home,
it wakes you up,
yeah,
right?
shower, and then boom, get to your work. I think that's the way to start your morning, right, or your
Yeah.
day. So once I get my vehicle, I'll start going to the gym in the morning
Mhm.
instead of the day. So that's something that I'll take note as
Yeah, I
well.
think I think it's really it's better than going in the evening though, because
100%.
when you go in the morning, it wakes you up. It pushes it wakes you up to work harder during the day. Because if you don't, for myself, when I don't wake up at 6 and go to the gym, I kind of feel lazy and I don't feel like doing as
Mm,
much work as I want to. So
yeah, yeah,
yeah, I think you should actually start going in the morning more.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll take that advice too. Yeah.
All right.
So it's not that I don't go to the gym. I do go to the gym. On Sundays, obviously where I live, they close early. So on Sundays, I don't go to the gym because today's
Yeah.
Sunday. But Saturday, 6 days a week, I do go to the gym. So with my friend. Obviously when I left out of town, I couldn't because obviously I'm not here. And at the hotel, I couldn't go to the gym because they said I was with this program, so they're very strict.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, they treated like I work for the government, man. There's security everywhere. There's
Wow.
security everywhere. They wouldn't let me go out of the hotel. So I was gonna meet up with a friend, and they don't let me go. They're like, hey, you can't go. You can't go grab a coffee. No. I'm like, bro, I'm 19 years old. Come on.
Wow.
I know what to do, right? Like no one's gonna come after me. Like
So they're
they
very
don't let me
restricted.
go. And I couldn't go to the gym either. So it was very strict. And yeah, it was a fancy hotel. I'll tell you that for sure. So I got,
And
um, but yeah, back to the topic. Sorry, but yeah, so you got to have a good habit and you got to set a good discipline because with these three things, if you have it right and if you do it right, and if you get the dopamine level to a point where you're like, huh, let me get to this right now. Let me crush this. Oh man, you're gonna be unstoppable for sure.
yeah.
And you know, mindset is something that we all should be, we all should think about and we all should care about because that is something that's going to drive you. That is something that's going to help you become disciplined. That is something that's going to help you become better every single day and set good habits, right? It's
Yep.
here. As
Yep.
soon as you
All
wake up
here.
from the bed, right? As soon as you wake up from the bed, your mind could tell you, go back to sleep, get your ass up, go brush your teeth, right? That's mindset. Once you wake up, then your mind says automatically go brush your teeth, go shower, right? You know
Yep.
what I'm saying?
Yep.
Like,
Yep.
so do not get it twisted. Like, yeah, I'm talking about discipline, habit, you know what I mean? Mindset. But these three things are very crucial and they're very similar, but a little bit different from each other because they have connect it's like a connecting bot, right? Mindset, habit, discipline. Boom, boom, boom. And so
Yeah.
you fix the mindset, go on to setting good habits, you wake up, you actually do it, and you become disciplined with it.
Mhm.
That's all you need. That's all you need to have the vision for yourself in the future, in the future endeavors that you want to reach, right? Or you
Yeah,
already have
absolutely.
to get there.
100%. Yep. Yeah. Mindset, having a clear mindset and having that, mindset of a beast is very important.
100%.
And I really like where when you brought out that, when you keep sleeping or chase your dream.
100%.
One of
100%.
my current coach, my real estate coach actually says that a lot. There's two
Mm-hmm.
type of people. You can actually wake up in the morning and keep sleeping and keep dreaming about your
Uh-huh.
dreams, or you
Uh-huh.
can wake up and chase your dreams. Which one do you want
Mm,
to do, right? So
I
that's
like that.
actually the mindset that you can
Yeah.
choose between. And I rather choose the one that where I chase the dreams instead of just sleeping and dreaming about it. So
100%.
yeah, having that mindset is very important. That mindset will help you create that vision. That mindset will help you create that discipline, that habit, that routine. Having clear mindset is important, uh,
100%.
as an entrepreneur or as a business owner or anyone, right? Having that mindset is very important too, because you can either create a negative mindset or positive mindset,
Positive. Yep. Mm-hmm.
and that's going to determine what you can do in life, right? Even
100%.
when you're like failing, even when you're failing with the business, even when you're failing with your college, you can have that mindset of, hey, I can't do this anymore, and
Mm-hmm.
just give up on yourself. Or you can say, yeah, I failed this time, but I'm gonna do it better next time. So
100%.
yeah,
100%.
yeah, choose
You
what kind
know,
of mindset you want to have.
I wouldn't mind failing college, right? Because guess what? College, I know this is a different topic, but you brought that up.
Yeah,
I wouldn't mind failing. You know why? Because we're in the system where like you gotta get that 4.0. You gotta work your ass off. and become the person you want to become, or else you're not going to become one of that person.
Right.
That's what our system tells us, so God. And it dissuades a lot of kids becoming from entrepreneur. And you and I don't come from a wealthy background. We're poor,
No. No.
we're still poor. I mean, yeah, we made some money with our businesses. I mean, yeah, but does that mean we're multimillionaires? No. I mean, we do get back, but we like, that's the thing. Like, when you're uneducated, you don't, there's a lot of things that you don't know about, right? Like, it's just kind of hard to, like, learn. And
Yeah.
so, our parents want us to, go to school, become a doctor, lawyer, but that's not me though. If you think about it, everyone is an entrepreneur here. Every
Yeah.
single human being is an entrepreneur. You know why? Let's say they become a lawyer. They can use that lawyer, the skill that they have, and go on and open their own business and become self-employed, right? They're an entrepreneur. No one's stopping them. They can open their own firm. You can become a doctor and open your own hospital,
Yeah.
right?
Right.
So everyone is an entrepreneur in this world. No one is, just a normal human being. Because what do entrepreneurs do? They solve problems. They have a vision, right? And so I want to say that if you want to become an entrepreneur and who's watching this podcast, go for it. Don't be afraid to do so, because yes, it's gonna kick your ass. Like, I stress every single day. You stress every single day.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Right.
oh, I want to do this. I want to do that. I want, because we all want better future for ourselves, our family, our
Right.
kids, right? So, but you will do it if you have the right mindset. So, I mean,
Yeah.
again, it can't be for everyone, but it can be for everyone, long as you have those three things that we talked about, and if you have the drive and the passion for it as well at the end of the day,
Yeah.
and so,
Absolutely. 100%.
and
I agree
and
with
the
you.
vision is key. And so I hope in this episode that we talked about some key aspect of defining a true vision for yourself, but incorporated with strategies that we said, which were discipline, habit, and mindset, right? And
Right.
so I hope you guys enjoy this episode. And that's all I have from my side. And if uh Sogat wants to talk about from his side, go ahead. Yep.
Yeah, I actually don't really have too many things to say now. But when the college thing, when you brought up some people like actually uses that as an excuse to not do things in life. If they
100%.
want to achieve, if they want to start a business, or if they want to achieve something in life and they're actually in college or school, they use that as an excuse, like, hey, I'm too busy with college, I'm too busy with school, it's very hard, I can't really focus and things like that. And you shouldn't be using that as an excuse, because anyone can do anything in life, right? So
100%.
look
100%.
at us, we're going to college, we're doing business, we're doing podcasts,
100%.
we're doing so many things, and we're
So,
still
yeah.
doing it, we're still maintaining it.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
don't use that as an excuse. But if you fail in business, if you fail in college, don't put yourself down, because you can actually do that better next time. And it should be a factor of motivation, and just not something that is going to push you down. So use that as a motivation. That's all I want to say. So thank you guys so much for watching this podcast. I hope this episode was helpful, and we'll try to bring some more guests on the next coming episodes. We're
100%.
gonna we're gonna try to make this podcast really good. So, you have anything else, Assis?
So yeah, please keep loving the podcast. Please, give us some comments. Please do not hesitate to give us some comments and see what you guys, you know, think about this podcast or
Yeah.
this episode. And go follow our social media as well. Mine is Ashista Call on Instagram,
Yeah, follow us on
TikTok.
yep, mine is
Go ahead.
Sogat Pradhan on Instagram and
And TikTok as well, right?
TikTok. Yep, TikTok. Yep.
Yep. And then also follow us with our entrepreneurship journey as well, and also with this podcast as well, as we move forward and bring in guests. I have some big goals, and also Sogat has some big goals to bring on some very big guests in the future endeavors, and I know it'll become successful long as you put your
Yep.
mind to it. And so yeah, that's all I have. So do not forget to follow all of the social media links that we have posted down below, and show some love. I hope we will continue to provide this kind of value to you guys, and I hope we upbring your like emotions to the next level where you guys can succeed with entrepreneurship as well. So that's
Yeah.
all I have.